Hello everyone. Now today I've got this film to talk about here, which was made in 1985 and stars John Travolta and Jamie Lee Curtis, and the film is called Perfect. Now I've also got this is the DVD version, the UK PAL DVD version. I've also got the Blu Ray here, which is in a multi-pack. And that's the only way you can get it, to my knowledge, on Blu-ray, is in the multi-pack. And I'll just show you the multi-pack. Here's the multi-pack. It's got a few other films in it with Perfect, and the films come on 2 discs, and there's 2 films per disc. I'll talk about a bit more about that in a minute. The film basically is about a reporter for the Rolling Stone magazine, played by John Travolta, and he's doing this story on health clubs and how they seem to be the singles bars of the 80s. And he goes to this one health club in particular where he meets Jamie Lee Curtis, who is a beautiful fitness instructor. And their personalities sort of clash and they don't get on too well. He keeps trying to interview her and stuff, but she's not having it half the time. And she might be helping him one minute and then not the next and stuff, and they just clash back and forwards and stuff. And eventually, maybe some spoilers here by the way, eventually they sort of form like a relationship and start having like a relationship and stuff. But the film I think it was a flop when it came out of the cinemas back in 1985. I'm not sure why. I think it was a flop. It didn't make much money, I don't think. The film is infamous for the scenes in the aerobics scenes in the gym, where John Travolta and Jamie Lee Curtis are both doing the aerobics routines. And there's one scene in particular where they're sort of gyrating their hips and thrusting for a long time on camera. You know, it seems to last a long time. And this film was the film that influenced the Eric Prydz music video Call on Me here in the UK. They ripped it off this film. They were paying homage to this film, basically. And this film's always been a firm favourite of mine. I enjoy it a lot. It's got a great music soundtrack featuring lots of great songs. It's really pounding soundtrack. And the film's only got Dolby Surround on this DVD, but the sound's still really good, especially on the Blu-ray version. But obviously this one's got the best cover because the Blu-ray version's just got a little picture of the cover on the front there at the top here. Right there. But this DVD is becoming quite rare now, so if you want to pick the DVD up, and I forgot to mention that this film is in 2:3:5:1 CinemaScope aspect ratio, but on the Blu-ray it's been cropped and compromised to 1:8:5:1 aspect ratio. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically the same shape exactly as your widescreen TV, whereas this one has black borders at the top and bottom of the picture. So they've cropped it, missing a little bit of the sides off. But I'm okay with that because I watch it in my cinema room on the big screen, and I far prefer it when films are in the 1:8:5 ratio because the picture's far bigger and it's more impressive. Whereas if you go to the cinema, the screen's wider and bigger, so it doesn't really matter. But when you're using your own screen at home, like with a projector, you have to have borders at the top and bottom of the screen when you show CinemaScope ratio films, 2:3:5:1 aspect ratio, basically. So I prefer the 1:8:5 or 1:7:8:1 ratios on my cinema screen. I mean, I can still watch the other ones, obviously, but I prefer the other 1:8:5 ratios and what have you. But the film's very good in my opinion. It always holds my attention all the way through. I don't see anything wrong with the film. The critics absolutely panned this film. And on Internet Movie Database, I think it only gets 4.7 rating on there, and lots of people are just slagging it off and stuff, but I don't care about that. I mean, it's fair enough. Fair enough. Some people don't like it and stuff, but if you enjoy a film, no matter how many people don't like it, or what sort of bad rating it gets, it doesn't really matter if you enjoy a film, does it? I mean, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. It's a good film to you, so it doesn't matter if everyone else is saying it's crap or whatever. You know what I mean? So anyway, here is a shot of the back cover of the DVD, and this is on the Columbia TriStar Sony Pictures label. And like I say, this is becoming rare. I forgot to check how much it's going for at the minute on Amazon. But you can get it in a triple pack as well with the Breakfast Club and something else, which I forget what the other one was. But it's probably going to be somewhere in the region of between possibly £8 and £15, somewhere around that sort of price range if you're looking for the DVD version. And remember, the DVD version is the only version with the original aspect ratio on at present, because the Blu-ray, like I say, is cropped to 1:85:1 aspect ratio, so don't forget that. So let's take a look at this other one here. Now this one has got 4 films on the disc, on the 2 discs rather, and the films on here are Private Resort. It's a comedy with Johnny Depp, a young Johnny Depp, and Hard Bodies, another sort of beach type comedy. They're both sort of like beach type comedies. And the other film is Spring Break, another beach comedy, because this set is actually called Sun, Sand and Sweat. So it's a mixture of like beach comedies and stuff like Perfect, you know, in the gymnasium and all that. And the last film on here, of course, is Perfect. And I'll just show you a shot of the back there, so you can see all the information about each film there. And there's a little photograph from each film on the back here, next to each synopsis. But this is on the Mill Creek label, and you can get this one at quite a decent price. I can't remember how much it was going for last time I checked, but it wasn't very much. So you might not be to find Perfect on Amazon if you just type in Perfect Blu-ray, I don't think. But if you type in Sun, Sand and Sweat Blu-ray, it might come up. It's kind of hard to find this one online. It's hard to search for, if you know what I mean, because of the title, if you know what I mean. But this is a really good set to have, and the films are all good films in my opinion. And the transfers on them, I was impressed with all the transfers on these films. On Blu-ray.com criticized all of these transfers pretty much. But I didn't agree with what they said on there, because I found the transfers to be very good quality. The colour wasn't that strong on most of them, but it was still really good. The picture was pretty sharp and everything on most of the transfers. And on the Perfect one, where is it? Yeah. Even though it's in 1:85 and the sides are cropped off, it still looked really impressive on my cinema screen, and the sound was really good as well. It's in 2.0 HD master audio, just surround, and it sounded really good actually. A lot of quite bassy and stuff. And the picture was, I was impressed with the picture. I couldn't fault it, because the film was made in 1985. And I'm not sure if it was remastered, but even if it wasn't remastered, it still looked really good, like, I must admit. I was impressed with the quality of the picture on this, the transfer. And I've also got this other one. I bought this one before I saw this set, this one here, which has got 2 of the same films that's in this set on this one, but it's got bigger pictures on the front. It's got the Hard Bodies cover and the Private Resort cover with the girl in the, well, part of a girl in the bikini across the bottom. That's from, where is that from? It's from Spring Break. That's strange, because they've got that picture there, part of the girl in the bikini. That picture's from the film Spring Break, which is on this set, but it isn't actually on this one. It's only Hard Bodies and Private Resort. So I'm not sure why. They must have decided to use that other picture just to fill the cover up to make it look better. That's all I can presume from that. basically. And here's a shot of the back cover of this one. It's got some good photographs here from each film, as you can see, and the details about the film and the who's in it and everything right there. It's not too bad of a back cover, to be honest. I quite like these Mill Creek Blu-ray releases, to be honest. They bring out some good titles, you know, for reasonable prices as well. And I'll just show you the discs inside. They're just on a basic, no artwork on the disc or anything. Just a basic blue disc with the text of the titles on the discs. And the other one is the same. It's got the same disc in from the other one as well. It's got the one with Perfect on as well. But still, you know, you can't complain. The quality's pretty good, the price is good, and you're getting the films that you want to get a hold of. Well, at least I am, so I'm impressed with these, to be honest. And I highly recommend you get a hold of these sets, especially if you like any of these films, because they're hard to get on DVD. Some of these films, I don't even know if you can get them on DVD. Actually, you might be able to get them in America, but you certainly can't get them in the UK. Any of these, well, apart from Perfect, I don't think you can get any of the other ones on DVD here in the UK. They've never been released. That's the thing about in America. They release far more films on DVD and Blu-ray than whatever gets released over here in the UK. Some titles just never get released at all over here on DVD and Blu-ray. You know, it's kind of strange how it works, or how it doesn't work, rather. So I must point out that Jamie Lee Curtis looks extremely good in this film. It was made in 1985, so she was in her prime, you know, and she's in perfect shape, basically, in this film. And she certainly is easy on the eye in this film, that's for sure. And John Travolta looks pretty good as well. And he had his own hair back then. He hasn't got his own hair these days, because he wears a hairpiece. For those of you that hadn't noticed, he sometimes wears a hairpiece in films, but he sometimes takes it off for some roles. Because he was in what was that film he did again? I can't think of the name of the film offhand, but he did a film where he had his head totally shaved, with a goatee beard. So he does sometimes appear in films without any hair, and or with his own hair, like he did in the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. He had his own hair in that, and you could tell he was losing some of his hair. But for some of the other roles he's done recently, he's like wearing a hairpiece, and you know, it still looked pretty good. But you could sort of tell in some of the films he was in that it was actually a hairpiece, because it looked a bit too perfect. No pun intended. It looked a bit too neat looking, you know, a bit too new looking. It didn't look worn in like it was his actual hair type of thing, you know. Didn't seem to like fit in like well with his face and everything. It looked too out of place, a bit out of place. Still looked alright, but you could tell it was a hairpiece, if you know what I mean. So let's see if I've missed anything here. Oh yeah, well no. This has got a French soundtrack as well. I doubt anyone will be interested in that unless you're French, of course. And the French soundtrack is in mono on the DVD here. But apart from that, it's just the surround track there on the DVD. And there's no extras on the disc, unfortunately. I doubt this film will ever get released as a special edition, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. So yeah, so that's my reviews here and what have you about these Blu-rays and the Perfect DVD, and my brief review of Perfect. Mary Lou Henner's also in this film. She used to be in Taxi, the TV series with Danny DeVito and Christopher Lloyd, etc. She's in this as well. Who else is in it? Let's see. Anne DeSalvo, whoever she is, I'm not familiar with who that is. Lorraine Newman, Matthew Reed, and that's basically about it, I think. and it was directed by James Bridges. If you're familiar with him, I'm not really that familiar with his work. I might have seen some of his films, but I'm not sure I knew if he directed the films I watched. So, oh, and I forgot to show you the disc inside of here. This is the DVD, remember? Sort of a purpley pinkish picture on the disc there. And you've got, well, what they don't put in DVDs anymore, the chapter list, and it's a pity they don't put them in anymore. You don't get anything these days, not even anything with pictures on inside. It's just the case and the disc these days most of the time. And some nice pictures from the film there. And this is the original, I think this is the original cover artwork. I'm not sure if it is, I think it is. It's a nice cover anyway. It's a pity they couldn't release a standalone Blu-ray version with this cover on. You never know, it might happen one day. Because Mill Creek Entertainment, who released these, are also releasing some of the films that's previously been available in the multi-packs in their own standalone versions with retro VHS covers, slip covers, with a picture of the VHS tape down the side of the cover, and sort of like slightly tattered artwork, making it look like when you used to hire out films on VHS in your local rental store and they were getting a bit tatty and stuff. They've done them a bit like that. They look quite good actually. They've released Who's Harry Crumb, and one of the ones that's on here actually. They've released Hard Bodies on the retro VHS cover, but you can't get it online yet because they've only released them to Walmart stores in America at the minute. It's exclusives, but they will be coming out to buy online on Amazon and eBay, etc. eventually, sometime soon. I've heard anyway. So anyway, that's pretty much all I've got to say, I think, about these films and Perfect and stuff. So I'd just like to thank everyone for watching this video. As usual, please like, comment and subscribe if you're new to my channel. And also, could you, if you'd be so kind, could you share some of my videos that you watch on maybe on Facebook or wherever? And I'd be very grateful if you could do that. Only do that if you want to, of course. I'm not putting any pressure on anybody or anything like that. So thanks very much, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. So bye for now.